So hey guys, what's going on? Let's try out this Plum Trashy. It's one of my home brews. You've heard me talk about it if you watched the previous videos. It's actually the last one of these beers. It's actually the last bottled or conditioned home brew I have. Let's open it up. It's I haven't opened one in a few months, so this thing might bottle up. Who knows? Safe so far. Carbonation's nuts on this beer. See if I can get this to color to do justice on this camera. Maybe not. Let's take a picture. Okay, so the Plum Trashy. It actually used to have a lot more pink color than this. It's kind of crazy. It's a brighter pink. I know you probably can't tell in the video, but there's a little bit of a pink tint to the head as well. Sitting for, I think it's 8 months now. The aroma is a lot more subtle than it was. Previously it was intense. Let's give it a taste. Oh yeah. Still really tart, not over the top. Little hint of some plum sweetness coming in. This is the beer that had the 20 pounds of plums in it. And then the plum set overnight and soured up a little bit. And of course then the boil sanitized everything. So it was a pre-boil souring. So refreshing. This beer has almost immeasurable IBU the way it was done, being a second runnings batch. It did get an ounce of 7C's hops. I had 60 minutes at the beginning of the boil, and I think we collected 3 gallons of or 3.5 and bottled 3 gallons worth. Those plums, they gave off a lot of liquid, but I think they absorbed more than they gave off. It was a fun brew day, double brew day. It was the first double brew day. It's tasty. The tartness, the sour doesn't linger. It clears quickly. It does dry your mouth out though, really fast. So I'm already kind of feel like I'm parched. Even though I say it's refreshing, it is going down, but it leaves the mouth really dry. So it's a really dry beer. 4% ABV. Could drink those all day. My worry is being the second runnings batch, and I didn't take very good notes on that brew day. I'm not sure if I could repeat it. I'll probably get something semi-close, maybe even a little more fine-tuned next time. I don't know. Well, let's see. But let's let this dude warm up a little bit, and I'll get back with you with another topic. All right. Beer's warming up a little bit. Not really changing a whole lot. Maybe a little sweeter as it warms. But been looking into beer trading, and I can get some good stuff locally. There's a shop down the road from me, about 15 minutes away. They also my local homebrew shop as well, same store. But they carry Wicked Weed, Creature Comforts. They get stuff from Orpheus out of Atlanta. Of course, here in Tennessee, we have the Bearded Irish stuff I've been raving over, and it's some highly tradable stuff. Got some good value to it, but I'm seeing you gotta build a reputation, and I don't know about all that. Not that I can't be trusted. It's just like I gotta trust this other guy too, and then you gotta get everything packed up and shipped off. Shipping costs kind of suck. Beer's not light, and if you do a decent job packing it, the box isn't going to be tiny either, unless you're shipping just one beer or two, and that's not worth paying shipping. So I'm kind of split. I don't know if I want to, keep considering trading or not. I mean, I got a few buddies here and there throughout the country that will ship some stuff back and forth every now and then. That's my buddies. That's different than just some random guy from the internet, because if I got started in this, I might be one of the new guys, but hey, I don't know that guy either, or girl, that I would be trading with. And a lot of the New England stuff that's trading like gold on the internet. Got a friend of mine who lives in Massachusetts, and he also lives here in the Chattanooga area. He brings us that stuff to sample quite often, so I get to try a lot of Treehouse in particular from that guy. Man, Treehouse is good. All right, got a brew day coming up this weekend. It's a couple videos back, you might see me doing this weird thing in the video before I start talking like this. I started editing on one PC and finished on another, and for some reason the edit file didn't save correctly. When I do this, what I'm doing is looking for a spot in the video where right before I start speaking, that way I can cut the time off while I'm just kind of staring at the camera waiting on it to say, hey, I'm recording. Sometimes it takes a few seconds. But anyways, so if you see that, and it'll probably happen again, it'll wind up in a video, just ignore that goofy stuff. Anyways, so I have a brew day coming up this weekend. I was planning on brewing a wedding beer, or a wedding beer test batch. It's not going to work out. I found a really good deal on some ingredients for that beer, but I can't get them here in time. So I can't push this brew day though, because we've got all my groomsmen coming over. Some of them haven't met each other before, and figure we have a meet and greet. But we're gonna brew, we're gonna smoke some meat. Levi's gonna smoke some ribs and a brisket. Levi's from Texas, so he knows how to do brisket. Have you ever had Texas brisket? Us Tennesseans are proud of our barbecue. Texans got the brisket side down. Let me tell you, we do pork better. But the beer, I've got 14 pounds of peaches in the deep freezer. They're a little overripe, so figuring what can I do with those. So I got to thinking, I really like peach cobbler, so I'm gonna do a peach cobbler beer. The recipe I've got worked up in Beersmith is putting it in at 10.6. Has some brown sugar in the boil, and I might up the brown sugar a little bit and bring it on up to 11% estimated, you know, 10.6, I might as well go ahead and round it off. I like whole numbers. But yeah, it's I'm hoping it turns out really good. The recipe I've got, I'm giving it a 60% chance that it actually is reminiscent of peach cobbler. I'm 90% sure that it's going to make a good beer, even if it doesn't taste like peach cobbler. I mean, it'll be good, I hope. Gonna have to start off with a blow-off tube. It's using Nottingham yeast. You throw that really high-gravity wort on some Nottingham, and you're looking for an explosion in the fermenter. So, blow-off tube's key. Let's see. Got some notes here. Make sure I'm not skipping anything. No. Yeah, we ought to have a really good day that day, though. I'm hoping. Weather looks like it's going to be really nice, even though it's February. We're looking to be around 70 degrees. Maybe some afternoon rain. Hopefully it'll hold off. But should be fun. We'll I'll have plenty of hands here to get some footage. That way we have more for the brew day video than we did on the last one. And what's next? Take another drink of this beer. Not much lacing, so I mean, hard to complain on what's almost free beer though. I like it. All right, let's top off this Plum Trashy. What's it look like on the bottom of the bottle? Don't look too bad. Considering the color change that I'm seeing between drinking it this time than a few months back, I expected to see a lot more than I'm seeing. I'm not going to attempt to show you with that. I'll attempt it. Let's see. Yeah, you can't really tell, can you? Yeah, a little cake on the bottom. Nothing as crazy as I expected. But, so, the Huntress IPA. I bottled it up Sunday, and the gravity sample tasted like it's gonna make an awesome beer. I ended up with 6 bottles short of the full batch. That's okay. I ran just a little bit short on brew day, and I also didn't cold crash at all. I never cold crash for clarity. I always cold crash for just to get that yeast cake more compact. That way it's holding less liquid. I'm excited to try that beer. What I'll probably do is on these videos, maybe at the 2-week mark, I'll pop one of those dudes open. We'll all drink it together. Well, I'll drink it, y'all can watch. Then I'll do one at the 3-week mark, and I find that 4 weeks is typically when I start to say, okay, this beer is ready to be drank. But I still like to try one bottle here and there. Just, you know, kind of learn conditioning. But did something pretty cool this time. Got my ferment, or my bottling bucket here. And I always use my brew bag when I bottle. Hold on, let me grab my bag. And I've washed it, but I haven't thoroughly washed it since Sunday when I bottled. And this is from the brew bag. These things are great. I mean, I can't say enough about it. It's got one tear in it somewhere. It's up towards the top, so I don't worry too much about it. Oh, there it is. Completely my fault. That's scissors that did that. But what I'll do is I'll put it in the bucket, sanitized. I'll soak it for a good half hour, just because it's got the fabric and all that. In Star Sand on bottling day, and I'll transfer the beer into the bottling bucket through the mesh. And what I've always done in the past is slowly lift that bag out, and any hop sediment or anything, because I don't like the secondary. I never do a secondary fermentation or transfer or anything. So when I slowly lift it out, I'm trying not to introduce any oxygen. We all know oxygen post fermentation, or during the later parts of fermentation, is really bad. So try not to introduce it. And this time I was thinking, why am I even taking the bag out? What's the point? I knew there was a little risk of it, kind of maybe getting in the spigot and clogging a little. I took the gamble, so let's try it with the bag in. So I just set up, run my normal bottling method with the bag still in the bucket. Of course, I always put a lid over, so no fly gets in the house or something, it doesn't fly into the beer. They tend to like to do that. But it worked great. So the beer all came out, no hop sediment, anything. Some did make it into the bag from the transfer, and bottle up, pull the bag out, wash it, and I'm done. And no hot particles. It's homebrew. I'll still have a little bit of a yeast cake on the bottom of the bottle, but that's to be expected. But if you don't have one of these, I've never tried any of the BSG brand bags that a lot of the local homebrew shops carry and stuff, so I can't really speak for that. I would imagine they would do a good job. Big thing with this brew bag brand is they're built really well. I think this thing will hold like 250 pounds. So yeah, it's good. Got to get the hoist ready for it though. I still don't have that set up. I've got all the stuff right here in front of me, hooks and all that to go from the ceiling, and that way, on brew days I can pick it up out of the ton. They say don't squeeze. I squeeze it. I'm not huge on beer clarity, and if you research tannins a little bit, we don't have to worry about those home brewers unless you get your strike water or your mash just way too hot. But yeah, squeezing the bag, don't worry about the tannins. I've researched that thoroughly, and it's not a problem. But yeah, you don't have one, get one. Use it in your bottling buckets if you're still bottling. Works great. I don't know, you could probably use my other method where I slowly lift it out if you're a kegger. But hey, what's the point? First couple pulls and all the junk's gonna be gone anyways. So, but we'll see you all soon.